Have you ever pondered who lurks in the shadowy realms of the internet, wielding their power with anonymity and precision? Our digital age, a world where information is the new gold, has given birth to entities that thrive in the shadows. They are the unseen puppet masters of the internet, their influence reaching far beyond the confines of the digital world. They're the anonymous hacking groups, elusive figures that operate under the radar, their identities shrouded in mystery. These groups have emerged as a formidable force in the cyber world, their impact resonating throughout society. They exist in the twilight zone between the law and the outlaw, their actions prompting debates on ethics, privacy, and the very nature of power in our interconnected world. In a world where borders are blurred by the internet, they wage a different kind of warfare, cyber warfare, a battle fought not with bullets and bombs, but with codes and algorithms. Their weapons are their computers. Their battleground is the vast expanse of the internet. In this new form of warfare, they are the silent warriors, the invisible soldiers who strike with the precision of a sniper and the devastation of a nuclear bomb. They can infiltrate systems, steal confidential information, disrupt services, and even manipulate public opinion. And they do all this from the comfort of their own homes, hidden behind a computer screen. Their influence is not just limited to the digital world. They have the power to shape our society, to influence our politics, to sway our economy. They can expose the secrets of the powerful, give voice to the voiceless, and challenge the status quo. They are the new age revolutionaries, the digital Robin Hoods. But who are these anonymous hacking groups? What motivates them? How do they operate? And what is their impact on our world? Our focus today is on one such group, the Notorious Anonymous. It's the year 2003. The stage is set, not in a physical space, but in the vast expanse of the internet, on a site called 4chan. From the depths of this image board, a nebulous entity began to take shape, a collective sans faces, sans identities, known today as Anonymous. Originally, the group was far from the hacktivist collective we know today. It was a culture of pranks, of mischief, of lulz, a corruption of LOL or laugh out loud. There was no grand vision, no unified cause. It was chaos for chaos's sake, a digital playground for those who found amusement in the absurd and the anarchic. But as time rolled on, the group began to evolve. The mischief started taking on shades of activism. It was no longer just about the lulz. The pranks became protests, the chaos, a call to action. Anonymous began to find a purpose, a mission. The collective, once a motley group of pranksters, began to transform into a formidable force, a digital hydra with countless heads, all wearing the same mask. Ah, the mask. The signature Guy Fawkes mask. Fawkes, the man who tried to blow up the English Parliament in 1605, his face has since become the face of Anonymous. It's a symbol of rebellion, of resistance, a visual testament to their mission. The mask embodies the spirit of Anonymous, their defiance against authority, their fight for freedom, their stand against censorship. It's a faceless face, a paradox that perfectly captures the essence of Anonymous. And so, from the depths of 4chan, a force was born, a force without a face, without an identity, yet with a voice that echoes through the vast expanse of the digital world. This force challenged the status quo, rattled the powers that be, and questioned the very notions of power and control in the digital age. And thus, a new force was born in the digital realm, one that would soon make headlines around the world. From corporations to governments, no one was safe from the reach of Anonymous. This statement rings true when we delve into some of the major hacks carried out by the group. These virtual onslaughts were not just random attacks, they were carefully planned operations, aimed at making a significant impact. Let's begin with their attack on the Church of Scientology. This operation, known as Project Chanology, was launched in January of 2008. Anonymous targeted the church due to its alleged censorship and their disagreement with the church's practices. It started with a simple denial of service attack, overwhelming the church's websites with traffic to make them inaccessible. But it soon escalated to real-world protests and prank calls. It was a clear message from Anonymous that they could mobilize not just online, but offline as well. Next, we have Operation Payback, a series of attacks against copyright firms that took place in 2010. Anonymous targeted companies such as the Motion Picture Association of America and the Recording Industry Association of America. They were protesting against what they perceived as heavy-handed and unfair treatment of file sharers. The operation was a success, temporarily taking down several high-profile websites and sparking a global debate about internet freedom. Then, there was their involvement in the Arab Spring, a series of anti-government protests, uprisings, and armed rebellions that spread across much of the Arab world in the early 2010s. Anonymous played a significant role in this, providing protesters with advice on how to protect their online identity and avoid surveillance. They also launched attacks on government websites, helping to amplify the voices of those fighting for change. And of course, who could forget their infamous hack of the private intelligence company Stratfor in 2011? Anonymous stole thousands of credit card numbers and other personal information and used them to make donations to charities. This was a bold move that highlighted their willingness to take direct action against companies they viewed as unethical. But perhaps one of their most impactful hacks was on the security firm HB Gary Federal in 2011. After the company claimed to have identified key members of Anonymous, the group retaliated by hacking into their systems, stealing thousands of emails, and posting them online. This revealed the company's plans to launch a disinformation campaign against WikiLeaks, a move that was widely criticized. These major hacks not only showcased their capabilities, but also raised questions about digital security and the power of anonymity. As we've seen, Anonymous is not just a group of hackers. They are a collective that uses their skills to challenge authority and fight for what they believe in. But their actions also remind us that in the digital age, no one is truly safe from cyber threats. And that's a sobering thought. The actions of Anonymous have always stirred conversations. Indeed, their influence is not just limited to their high-profile hacks. It permeates deep into the fabric of our society, shaping the way we perceive and interact with the digital world. Over the years, Anonymous has brought issues like internet freedom, privacy, and justice under the spotlight. Their actions have sparked debates, prompting us to question the very nature of the internet. Is it a free space for everyone, or is it controlled by a select few? Should it be a haven for free speech, or should there be limits to what one can say or do online? Anonymous has also played a significant role in championing the cause of internet privacy. By exposing the vulnerabilities of powerful corporations and government bodies, they've underscored the importance of securing our digital footprints. They've reminded us time and again that in this digital age, privacy is not a luxury, but a right that must be fiercely protected. Moreover, their exploits have served as a reality check on the notions of justice. While their methods may be controversial, they've often stepped in when traditional institutions have fallen short. They've acted as the vigilantes of the digital world, championing for the underdogs and challenging the status quo. But the influence of Anonymous is not just limited to these crucial debates. They've also had a profound impact on internet culture. Their signature Guy Fawkes mask has become a universal symbol of protest and rebellion, used by activists worldwide. Their decentralized, leaderless structure has inspired other groups to adopt similar models, challenging the conventional hierarchies of power. In a way, Anonymous has become a part of our collective consciousness. They've made us aware of the power and the perils of the digital world. They've pushed us to question, to challenge, and to demand accountability from those in power. Theirs is a story of audacity and rebellion, of defiance against power structures. And while their actions may be controversial, their message is clear. The internet belongs to its users, and it's up to us to protect it. Their influence extends beyond their hacks, shaping conversations about our digital rights. To this day, the name Anonymous echoes in the digital corridors, a symbol of rebellion, a beacon for freedom of speech, an embodiment of the power of anonymity in the digital age. This faceless collective has executed some of the most audacious hacks in history, shaking up governments and corporations alike. They've exposed corruption, fought against censorship, championed for the underdogs. Their exploits have not only reshaped the cyber landscape, but have also affected real-world events and policies. Despite their controversial methods, we cannot deny the impact they've had on our society, forcing us to question our privacy, security, and the role of the internet in our lives. As of today, Anonymous remains an enigma, their influence still palpable, their legacy enduring. In the end, whether seen as heroes or villains, Anonymous has left an indelible mark on the digital landscape. They remind us that in this digital age, the power of anonymity can be a sword or a shield.